Previously on Grover's Mill.
But what I say, gentlemen, is that we got these two new customers around the same time your boy went missing. Two shady type dudes from out of town, you know. After some K-step haircuts, man.
I've never seen him like this. Good boy, mate. Something's going on. We've got to dig here. Good boy.
What, here? Really? Isn't it just some kind of weird reaction?
It is a reaction. This is it, Wilkie. Let's dig. Look, this is a small town, Mr. Poe, and we've had enough crap back in those days with the bullshit war, the worlds, and alien conspiracy shit. And now you, and now this. I'm telling you, Rodney is just a runaway. An adult runaway.
It's a backpack. It's a fucking backpack.
Is it Rodney's?
I don't know. I think. Yes. Oh my god, it is. It's his stuff.
Okay, all flight controllers, go for landing. Retro. Go. Rhino. Go. Guidance. Go. Control. Go. Telcom. Go. GNC. Go. Ecom. Go. Surgeon. Go. Capcom, we're go for landing.
Okay, engine stop. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
So in the last episode, we made a big breakthrough. We found Rodney's laptop. Unfortunately, the battery was dead. But I got a positive vision, which means Rodney is alive and out there somewhere, and the biggest clue we have is the laptop. So the natural thing we did was charge up the battery, then go through it. At first, there was nothing unusual. Emails we'd seen, lots of photos, but no clues, nothing abnormal. There were some recent downloads of some books, and no funny stuff there either. But when we opened Dropbox, we found a file labelled OWOWOW. In the folder, we found 3 MP3 files which were 5 to 10 minutes long. Now we've all listened to them, and to be honest, I don't really know how you guys are going to react because I'm worried you'll think this isn't real. So, to put your skepticism at ease before I play these to you, I've asked my good friend Ed to listen to the files and authenticate them. Ed is an audio forensic expert and has worked on some of the highest profile cases in the world. He analyses and compares audio and can tell us if they're who we think they are or if they're fake.
So, you've had the files for a couple of days now, Ed, and you've compared them to the original source. What can you tell us about what you found?
Well, first, do you want me to talk you through our process?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. So the first thing we do is improve the quality.
Right.
So we remove the unwanted noise, irrelevant sounds, and we enhance the actual recording to get the best result.
Right.
Then what we need to do is authenticate the recordings. So audio recordings have specific characteristics, right, that they can be analyzed and compared to determine if the file has been altered.
Yeah.
And because digital information about the file and certain audio characteristics are determined by the recording device itself, exemplar recordings can then be made to identify anomalies.
Right.
We then lay your evidence alongside the originals that we know are authentic, and then we look for either consistencies or inconsistencies in things like pitch, tone, delivery, accent, intonation, etc.
Okay, so what did you find with our samples?
Well, this is to me one of the most exciting things I've heard.
Really?
The recordings you gave me match the exact recordings of this person and other examples across all metrics.
Right.
Therefore, I can say with 99% confidence that the recordings you gave me do come from the person we think they do.
Wow. So this is big news.
Oh yeah, it's big news, all right. Very big news. I suppose the next question is whether what this person is saying is true or not, but regardless of that, it's his voice.
I'm in two minds about whether to give it away now or let you guys listen and come to your own conclusions. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play some of it to you. Then we'll come back and discuss it. So, here we go.
I've had a plan, a long-term plan to prove to people that the moon landings were faked. I did F for fake as a precursor to this news. Now, a lot of people are going to think this is woo-woo stuff. The stuff that skeptics love. I mean, how? How could we pull the wool over the world's eyes and fake such a big event? How? And I say we all fell into a marvelous trap. You know, I've heard people say to me privately, "Lord Orson, how could so many people be involved in a conspiracy like that? There would have to be thousands of people." And you know what I say to them? You know what I have found out? That it's not thousands, it's not hundreds, it's not even 50. It's only 9. Not counting the astronauts, only 9 people were involved. Now, 9 people can keep a secret if the manipulation means they all need to keep it a secret. The rest of us were fooled. NASA staff honestly believed that what they were seeing was happening. Politicians and the world were sold a wonderful story. The lie was so beautiful, even the people that built the lie ended up believing that it happened. You know, psychologists have known this for years. When you keep repeating a lie over and over, you end up believing it's real. The narrative then dictates it has to be real, because to take it away is worse than revealing the truth. I'm sure that there are people who will come out of the woodwork now and call me a communist again, and I say, well, maybe I am 86% communist, but the rest is anti-moonist.
Now, for those who don't know who this is, it's Orson Welles. And quite shockingly, he's talking about how the moon landings were some kind of elaborate hoax. The questions I'm asking myself are, is this a joke? Why is he making the recording? Is it a promotion for a film? And what's the context? Orson goes on.
I've been investigated repeatedly. We all know it's America's favorite sport. So let me say this. I think we are entering another McCarthy period. A lot of you may not see it, but we are. It won't emerge overnight, but as a slow return over many years. The world works in cycles, and we can see those cycles. The moon landings are merely another example of control. You know, when you play out an idea on the screen, it sets up a certain aura, an idea that allows those in power to control us. So look at it. Look at this idea that we landed on the moon. When you look at it properly, which is hard to do, and when you look at it factually, it just makes no sense. There are errors, big and small, that we accept. Even now, if you show someone evidence that is almost unarguable, well, because we have accepted it as real, and we have had the lie become a truth, we can't see it. Facts just have no place in the argument. So that is why I am saying this. That is why I am making these tapes. I have new facts, as it were, from one of the 9 people involved in this conspiracy.
Right, so I'm stopping there. There's a lot to take in. We still don't know where Rodney is, but now at least we may have some clarity on why he's gone missing. So my quick theory, which I'm sure you're leaning towards as well, is that Rodney wanted to share these recordings to get them out there, but someone or some faction got wind and came after Rodney. Crazy stuff, but not impossible. If what Orson Welles is saying is true, and I'm sure all the flat earthers and moon conspiracy theorists out there are cheering, then this is one of the biggest lies in the history of the world, and I can see why people want to keep it a secret. Look, I've never looked into the moon landing thing myself, so I do a bit of research, and I must say, between the recordings and what I found in my research, there are some strong parallels and some interesting evidence out there. But this is not about that. This is about finding Rodney. So I decide to go to the police station to play this evidence to Nancy Dearmore. Maybe then she might give this case some more attention. I asked to borrow Brian's car, and we agreed to meet up after my meeting.
So I'm about to walk into the police station and have a meeting with Captain Nancy Dearmore and Sergeant Ellery. I'm not going to tell them I'm recording, as I'm sure they won't give me permission, so this one will have to be undercover, so to speak. So I've just played you 2 recordings, and I think this has something to do with Rodney's disappearance, okay?
Look, we get things like this all the time. People wanting to believe something is real, not wanting to accept the truth. We don't know what this is. This could be made up. It could be an art project, you know?
It's not.
As if the moon landings are fake. That means JFK was fake, 9/11 was fake, Donald Trump is fake, everything fake, fake, fake.
But we've had it verified. It is Orson Welles.
Well, it may be, Wilkie, it may be, but it doesn't say anything about Rodney. I'm telling you, there is nothing here that says Rodney is in any danger. Kid probably, went to Mexico or something. And the rest, well, who knows? You say it's real, but you really never know, do ya?
But I think there's more to it.
Well, that is what I'm talking about. You want to believe what you want to believe, despite the facts. I get that. It's like wanting something so much you're willing to do anything, like sexual fantasies.
Oh, that's true.
What? I don't understand.
Wilkie, let me lay it out for you. Just say your wife. Well, she has a fantasy about sleeping with a high school teacher, right?
Oh, come on.
Like, she wants him. Like now, today. Because she wanted him back then.
Yeah, but I just don't...
Like, she really gets off on it, you know? When you make love, she even says his name and stuff.
Bang, bang.
Shush, Roy. And she wants you to be him. Let's call him Mr. Gorski, right?
Oh.
So you role play.
Put me in detention, Mr. Gorski. Show me how you touch me, Mr. Gorski.
Exactly. But that's not enough. So then you go, okay, cool. How can I achieve this fantasy for real? How close can I get to it without destroying the marriage?
Experiment time.
Shush, Roy. So, first, she might just do a drive-by at the school where he works at, Then come back and tell you what he looks like now. She tells you she sat in the car staring at him and touching herself.
I'm not sure what this has to do with...
Shush, I'm getting to it, Wilkie. So he'd talk about it. You whisper it in bed. She loves it. But you both want more, right? You want to see her do it. You want to try to convince her to do it because you're getting off on it.
Yes, and now you get her to bump into him and tell him she's been doing a massage course and is looking for volunteers.
That's right, massage course. So now it's just a massage, right? So she goes over there and does the massage.
And it's a turn-on, right? It gives you 6 weeks worth of sexy time at home.
And you get off on it. But even that's not enough.
Nowhere near enough.
Roy, shush now.
What?
So you want to go even further. You want her to sleep with him. And you want to film it.
Yeah, on the iPhone.
So she does. And it's wild. Teacher-student stuff. But the thing is...
The nail in the coffin.
Roy.
Sorry.
Thank you. The nail in the coffin is you feel bad now. You feel guilty. You feel jealous. It's taken the soul out of your love.
Torn out.
It's created a gap in both your hearts. It's the distance between love and getting off. It was one step too far. So what you believed and what you wanted to believe become 2 separate things. Now, you can only know this by going there.
Exactly, but going there is the issue.
God damn it, Roy.
What?
So you see, the idea is different from the reality. The narrative never plays out in a straight line. Don't go there, Wilkie. It's not worth it. We know.
Oh, we know.
Wow. Well, I don't really understand the metaphor, or is it a simile, but I guess what you're saying is to drop all of this?
Yes, please. We have more important police work to do, Wilkie, okay? This is a nice small town, and there is no mystery. Okay?
I pick up Brian and tell him the news. We decide to meet Miranda and Benji at George and Melody's pub.
Well, isn't this a fine meeting of the minds? I remember I was doing an off-Broadway production of 12 Angry Men, and it was the group atmosphere that bound us all together and made the performances feel so real. Yes, here are your drinks. If there's anything else I can help you with, speak up and I shall present myself forthwith.
So, here's where we're up to. We found Rodney's laptop and we have these recordings by Orson Welles. We still don't know where Rodney is, but I think it's fair to say that we all think these recordings have something to do with it. I feel he's alive. My vision told me that. But now he feels very far away. Any thoughts?
Well, these moonlanders, I always thought it was odd. That flag thing did it for me, and how come there were no stars? So if Rodney had some information about that sort of thing, I'm sure they'd be after him. Right, Benji?
Aye, it would be a dangerous game for Rodney. Seems to me like the man got wrapped up in some high-level secret documentation that's jeopardized his welfare.
We need to look where else he would talk about this or hide this information.
Like the dark web.
Bingo.
Hey, we never heard back from Captain Thunderbolt.
Brian was right. We hadn't heard back.
True. We should get back in touch with him after this. Any other ideas?
Melody walks over to the table and whispers in my ear.
Rodney liked to drink vodka, honey.
I beg your pardon?
He liked vodka, a special kind, very seductive. He would buy it from only one man here.
Is this a clue, Melody?
I don't know, but he paid a lot for this vodka.
Do you know his name?
I'll have to dig it out. I'll text it to you. What's your number, honey?
I give Melody my number and get back to the group. We all agree to try and track down Rodney on the web somehow and get back in touch with Captain Thunderbolt. Brian and I go back to the hotel, then call him from my room.
Hello?
Hey, Captain, we hadn't heard from you, so just wanted an update.
Oh, well, you see, the thing is, there's nothing there. Nothing you don't know. The cell tower stuff I couldn't get more info on, or the laptop. Technology's not man's best friend. Fido, come over here, boy, come on.
Oh, that's disappointing. Although we did find the laptop.
You found the laptop? Well, call me Jupiter and fly me to Mars.
Yep, and some files in a Dropbox folder, some recordings.
Right. Do you have it there with you, on your person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does he have Tor?
Hold on.
We open up the laptop, then find the Tor browser.
Yeah, he does.
Right, you need to get me that laptop.
Right, we can send it express to you?
Okay, do that. I'll do some analysis and get back to you.
Great.
I'll call you when I can. Unless, of course, I win the lottery, in which case I'll be patching in from Macau with my friends Yin and Yang. Carpe diem, boys.
As soon as we hang up, we get a call from Chopper telling us MacB wants to meet and to bring 200 stacks, as in dollars, in exchange for some critical information. I chat it over with Brian, and we decide to risk it. We grab the money and head over. I'll dial you guys in midway through the conversation. Again, we have to hide the audio equipment so it may sound a bit rough in parts. I'll start where MacB is talking to us about the information he's found. Well, kind of.
So I have some information you might be interested in.
Oh, yeah?
But first, I have to know if I can trust you.
What? But we've seen you before.
Yeah.
We were here. We didn't do anything, did we?
I ain't sure, man. I'm not trusting no one since I saw my 3 fortune tellers again, you dig? They told me to be careful. Since the last time we spoke, I've taken on new territory, know what I'm saying? I had to cap a few kings for it, so I am on precarious conditions, so to speak, driving my old lady home crazy.
Do you really think that we'd risk messing around with someone like you?
Thanks for the compliment, but trust needs to be earned. We're all gonna play the trust game. Now, Wilkie, I'm gonna stand up and fall backwards, and you need to catch me.
What?
I need to trust you. My eyes will be closed.
Are you serious?
Damn right I am, my friend. Come on, let's go.
MacB gets up and crosses his arms over his chest, but then he turns the other way.
Spin move, motherfucker!
I try to recover and move around, but he spins again.
Spin again. Come on, trust, Wilkie, trust.
I chase him around, then he falls. Luckily, I catch him.
Very good. Now, Brian, your turn.
I don't think I can.
No, I don't think you can, man. You too scrawny.
What? No, I'm not.
Look, so what is this info?
Chopper.
Yes, my lord. I just cometh, dog.
I have Chopper talking in medieval speak for a month because he fucked up on the deal. Chopper.
Hear my king.
What have you done today, Chopper?
I, my lord, by way of foot, have delivered thy fruits of thine labor to thine peasants, and in doing so acquired many jewels for your crown.
What else, Chopper of the kingdom of the idiots?
I have but met with the Colombians and agreed that our trading ports will remain in thus region of the royal crown, and that you will be happy.
Ye will be happy. Ye, motherfucker, not you.
Ye will be happy, sir, that.
Not happy. Another month I commanded this speak. Anyway, fetch the king the photos for these fine squires. Get.
Yes, your highness, majesty.
Chopper hands over some photos. MacB gives them to us. We flick through them. The photos are of 2 people outside our hotel, and also in the street following me and Brian, and even outside MacB's place, everywhere.
You've been followed by some spooks there, brothers. These government officials. Same guys that bought that cave.
Oh man, this is serious.
Damn right, some FBI type shit.
Excuse me, Chopper?
Sorry, doth look like there be, my lord, some enemy activity across the yonder moat.
That's better. So, boys, you got a big problem.
We know. What do you think we should do?
Well, you gotta make them believe you ain't chasing what you chasing. You leave town, get out.
Do you think that's what Rodney did?
Yeah, probably, but these fools, they don't mess around, you know. So that's my intel. Hand over the cash.
Brian hands over the cash and takes the photos. At least now we know what the agents look like. I look at them closely. They look like you'd expect. Clean cut, sharp suits, step haircuts, both in their 30s or early 40s.
Thanks, McBee.
One last question.
Yeah?
Sure.
So with my new territory domination, I'm supposed to meet up with the West Coast head. His name is MacD. I am MacB. He is MacD. It's just a coincidence. But he want to work to get on his joint. Do you think it is a good idea?
Sounds like the perfect collaboration to me.
But I'd be careful nonetheless.
Yeah, right. So, you wouldn't go, Wilkie?
Well, I mean, you can make more money, I guess, but also you never know what could happen.
Yeah, but what if it's a trap? What if you want to be the man and make me a chump? Why should I play the fool, you know, die from my own gun, know what I'm saying, while he lives his life and does better because of my connections?
Well, that is true. It could be a dangerous situation.
But a man's got to make bread.
Yeah, but you gotta tread carefully, Mac. The better part of me says trust your instinct, you know?
I will think about those words of advice.
Yeah, later, punks.
Huh? Excuse me?
Sorry, my lord. Away, you dried bull's pizzle, you poisonous elf-skinned toad. I am sick when I do look on thee.
Damn right.
Brian and I jump back in the car, and we're doubly cautious now. We are definitely onto something. And it just reinforces there must be some truth to it all. Because why bother following us and chasing this up if not? We get back to the hotel and decide to lay low until we hear from Captain Thunderbolt. I advise Miranda and Benji to do the same and do nothing out of the ordinary. Just get on with their lives, stick to their routines, and hopefully shake these two guys off our backs. Brian and I make good use of our time, not least to get to know each other a bit better. With the help of the minibar, of course. Brian opens up about his gender dysphoria, and he tells me how Rodney always knew, even when they were children. He also tells me that his mother couldn't accept it, and that she totally rejected him, and that's why he stayed with his dad after the divorce. He told me that on the rare occasions he did see Rodney, they just used to play video games and watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. He says Rodney had always been interested in the stuff that was out there, that he grew fascinated with science fiction and space exploration. He also tells me that after their parents' divorce, their mother won the lottery and bought the house in Grover's Mill. So that explains the press clipping he sent me. I ask about the old photograph of Orson Welles. The other man in the photo was apparently Brian and Rodney's grandfather. He was a general in the United States Air Force and, according to Brian, had some involvement in the test pilot program. So we have two brothers, torn apart as children, each searching for answers to a bounty of questions that could have far-reaching consequences not only for themselves, but for all of us as well. And as each day ends, as we get another step closer, I find myself becoming increasingly unnerved and paranoid. After a couple of days holed up in the Crown Plaza, we realize it's time to call Captain Thunderbolt.
Oh, hello. Daddy has some good news. But you gotta hear it from a friend of mine, Jules. Jules, are you there? Hello? Jules, this is Brian and Wilkie, the guys I was speaking to you about that information I traced.
Hi, Jules, is it?
Hi there.
G'day, Wilkie. This is Julian Assange.
Yes, you heard correctly. We're talking to Julian Assange.
Now, I don't have much time, so without going into every detail, I need you to understand something. Rodney is in danger.
Okay.
Right.
We think operatives of the state have tried to get to Rodney and, more importantly, get the tape recordings and the other documents that prove the moon landings were fake. We've been able to put this into an encrypted cable, and I want to talk to you about getting Rodney into Russia.
But we don't know where he is.
Oh, guys, I think I do.
You do?
Yes, I think he's in Panama, the go-to destination for hats, floral shirts, and the sweaty humidity of politicians' underwear.
Panama?
Look, at the heart of this issue, guys, is that the government has lied to its people. Alright, this is an ugly lie, and it has ramifications across the board. Now, I need you guys to find Rodney, and then we'll talk again. Hold on a second. Hang on, my cat's just come through the window. Yes, hey there, James. Come here. Come here. Yes, you're a good boy, what? I know, mate, I'm fed up with being cooped up here as well. Well, you can go outside and explore Knightsbridge, I can't. You can pop into Harrods, you can go to the food hall. What I'd give for a trip to the food hall. Guys, I gotta go.
Thank you.
So, brothers in arms, we happy few. Rodney's in Panama. He's left a trace online on a specific forum. It was hard to crack, but the clues are there. Now he's trying to get to Russia, so you need to speak to the vodka guy.
Vodka? Melody said something about a guy who sold vodka to Rodney.
Oh, I don't know any melodies, but get to the vodka guy and he can explain the whole thing.
Okay, so he's definitely alive.
Definitely. As of 2 days ago. He posted. Don't worry. We know where he is. You guys just gotta get there. Go see the vodka guy and hug each other. Come together.
Okay, thanks, CT.
Oh, let's cut the foreplay. Go diddle-daddle. Get out there, boys. Free your spirits. Use the foreskin, Luke.
Okay, so Melody at the pub mentioned the vodka guy. Now Captain Thunderbolt has mentioned the vodka guy. Crazy stuff. I mean, who is this vodka guy? Why is Rodney in Panama? What is going on? I head to the pub to catch Melody. So, Melody, we need to get in touch with this vodka guy. He never sent me the contact. We've been waiting.
Oh, yes, you do. Sorry. I've been busy, all hog-tied up.
It's all right.
So can you connect us?
Oh, honey, you need to up your dose. What I would give for a voice like yours. You still haven't told your friend, have you?
Well, Brian has told me, actually, and it makes no difference to me.
Well, bravo, boys. Welcome to a larger world. Now, about those secret recordings, honey, I want to hear them. Do you have them?
We have them, but we can't keep playing them.
But you want to know where the vodka guy is, right?
Yes, we do.
Well, I'd like to hear some of the secret recording. Just a pinch, come on.
Okay, but then you'll get us to the vodka guy?
Oh, I like it when you get dominant. It suits you, honey. Yes, okay, put that thing up to my ear where I can hear it. Nice and loud now.
Of course, people, do believe what they read in the newspapers and what people tell them and anything that came through that new machine, the radio. So, in a way, our broadcast was an assault on the credibility of that machine.
Is that?
You see, we wanted people to understand that they shouldn't swallow everything they heard. So I think it's important that the public knows. It's their rights to know. Information needs to be in their hands. I have often thought that governments don't always hide things. They just do what governments do, and sometimes they just choose not to tell us everything. And what we know, what they say, is that the moon landings were not real.
Oh my God.
There's no way they could have been real, but it was a campaign that they needed to initiate to assert their dominance over the Soviets and also, of course, to manipulate the American people.
There you go.
Oh my God, is that Orson Welles?
Yep.
Yes.
Who's he talking to?
He's not talking to anyone. These are his own recordings. Here, let me play the start of the first reel.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
August 17th, 1983. I'm making these tapes for my own record and for the preservation of the truth. I will tell in as much detail as I can why I have come to make these tapes and why it's important that the corresponding papers that go with them need to be made accessible and viewable by all.
There you go.
Oh my God, so that's why everyone is in so much trouble?
That's why we need to get to Rodney.
Okay, honey, ring this number. Say that you're interested in buying 10 cases of vodka.
10?
Oh, honey, are you sure you know what you're getting yourself into?
We'll let you know how we get on.
Oh, no, don't. I like to use my imagination, honey. Oh, one last question, though. What was it like? The surgery?
Use your imagination, honey.
Bye, Melody, and thank you.
I call the vodka guy, a deep-voiced Russian who goes by the name of Anatoly, and he asks us to meet him in his lockup. It's a big concrete development that looks like one giant warehouse but with many units separated in between. We walk to the unit, marked 1138.
This is it.
There's a door to one side. We open it, and it leads to a loading dock. There are stacks of boxes everywhere full of what we assume to be vodka.
Gentlemen,
How can I help you?
Yes, we are after Anatoly.
The people here say they are after Anatoly.
He told us to meet him here. I'm Brian, and this is Wilkie.
One is to ask, when we see the two men like this, what do they want to meet about?
Well, we're not sure. It's complicated.
Life is complicated.
Do you know where Anatoly is?
Yes.
Well, can you get him for us?
Yes.
Okay. So now?
The man simply stands there smiling. It's kind of weird.
Is he coming?
Yes, he is here. This report just in.
Where?
Where? Why are you talking like...
I was a newsreader back in Abuja, and now I am here. I am Anatoly.
Look, perhaps there's been a mistake. Anatoly is Russian.
No mistake. I make people think he is Russian. I am Nigerian, as you can see. I am standing here in this warehouse telling you I am Anatoly.
You are Anatoly?
Yes, but I can speak in a Russian accent.
What, so it's a cover?
It is so I can remain anonymous to a certain extent.
Right. Well, look, we're after Rodney. Do you know where he is? I'm his brother and we're worried sick. Is he in Panama?
Yes, he told me you would come. I sent him there. There were people after him, you know.
Yeah, we know.
And you weren't followed here?
No, we were careful.
Gentlemen, here is what we are going to do. I know where Rodney is. I will tell you. But you need to book your flights for Friday and you need to take this carton of vodka with you.
No, we can't be involved in any smuggling or anything like that.
Exactly.
No. You see, in these bottles is the paperwork to prove those moon landings never happened. Rodney left them with me. He was not so stupid to take them with him. These are black bottles, so you can't see what is in them. It's how we hide the paperwork. So you get the plane and you fly to Panama with this box. Then you see Elmir. He takes you to Rodney. Very easy.
Elmir?
He is, well, you will see. He's very well connected. He is housing Rodney.
Okay, so we take all this to Panama. Then what? How do we get Rodney back? What do we do?
That is not my problem. All I can say is Rodney has a very well thought out plan. This is a number to call when you land in Panama. Oh, and this is a list of medications Rodney needs. This is his doctor here. You need to see that doctor here to get the medications to Titi Panama. This is all. Now take this box and go. Here's Tom with the weather.
So we head to the surgery to see this doctor. I record the session anyway, just in case this doctor tells us anything new. And I'm glad I did.
So Rodney wants me to write some scripts for these medications. So salbutamol, asthma, Lyrica, nerve pain, Viagra. Well, okay. I'm going to have to charge you for a normal consultation and run through the process. Is that okay?
I guess so.
Look, can we just get the scripts and go, please?
I do everything by the book. So, Brian, any family history?
No.
Any sexual diseases?
No.
You sure? Erectile problems?
Not lately.
Fetish for feet?
What? Excuse me?
Toes?
What?
Any STDs?
No.
Favorite position?
Look, I can't see how all this is relevant.
Everything is relevant in medicine. Tell me how you do it. Doggy? Astro Boy?
Astro Boy? What?
Doctor, could we just get the scripts?
In a minute. Mr. Milog, are you on any medications?
Only ibuprofen for my headaches and occasional hormone injections.
Right. I'm recommending you to see a sex therapist.
What for? We just came here for Rodney.
Classical denial. Have you ever had a threesome?
You're not serious.
You want these scripts, don't you?
Oh my god, okay, once in college.
MMF or FFM?
It's complicated.
What the hell are you on about?
We're almost done. Blondes, brunettes, body type?
Seriously? 2 brunettes, average weight and height. One was named Francesca, the other Josie. They were mathematicians.
Any photos?
No!
Oh, come on.
I see. I'm writing you a script for Valium.
I don't need any Valium.
Not yet, you don't. Here are your scripts. Take care, gentlemen.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but let's get the fuck out of this town.
Next time on Grover's Mill.
I suppose we're just trying to find a way to tell people the truth, or certainly what we know to be the truth, without those with infinitely more resources like government or corporations or otherwise attempting to silence us with threats or worse.
Can we see Rodney now?
He's not here.
Well, where is he? You said he was here.
Yeah, we needed to make sure that you were you.
Can we talk to him?
Yeah, of course. We can take you to him.
Yeah, but how? Think about it. They can say the papers are fake, the recordings are fake, that we're crazy, you know? How do you get around that?
Snowden and Assange can help. I used to be a believer, like everyone. But when the facts come and slap you in the face, you have no choice but to accept that sadly, this was one huge lie.
Grover's Mill is written and produced by Matt Cohen Gold, Garrett Dupes, and me, Wilkie Poe. Music and sound design is by Matt Sladen, with special thanks to Rupert Degas and Amy Horn. We'd also like to thank Megan Tate, Mark Luhak, Barry Stewart, Marcus Beer, Stephen Busatil, Zan St. Pierre, and Anya Dolganova. This has been a Grover's Mill production, copyright 2018. Grover's Mill is a fictional podcast that is shared with you as a satire and parody. It depicts entirely fictitious situations that are products of the writer's imaginations. The podcast references familiar places and events, and whilst we have also used some real-life personalities, the characteristics, qualities, and actions that we've applied to those people are not intended to be real. We also do not suggest any association with or sponsorship by any person or entity. All other names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual persons living or deceased, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred. For further information on Grover's Mill and its use in satire, parody, and fiction, please read the disclaimer on our website, groversmillpodcast.com.